My name is Anandita Dev Sarkar and I am representing Narayana Super Speciality Hospital, which is located in Howrah in West Bengal. Howrah is also known as the twin city of Kolkata. So we are just on the opposite side of the river, Ganga. First of all, I would want to thank the organizers, ISRA India, for planning this discussion forum, which mainly is on the paradigm shift or change that we see all around us. Also, I hope that my gear that I'm, kind of wearing now does not, kind of bother you much. I work for the super specialty hospital that I already, kind of told you. And so we have very strict protocols that we need to follow, not only for keeping ourselves safe, but also for the well-being of our families, as well as for all the other people in the society at large. Because if we can, kind of stop this infection at one place, like being an individual, I think this prevention actually starts from individualistic mode. Once one is like every one of us are conscious, then this cannot kind of go into the rapid phase that we are all scared of. So we are in the new normal phase as it is being kind of termed. This is the new normal phase of the human history. It is definitely a lot different on how we have lived till now. We are forced with kind of newer tasks in our routines, in the sense that we have to wear masks all the time. We have to wash our hands repeatedly throughout the day, and also we have to kind of check uh, whom are we kind of coming in contact with, and we have to kind of consciously come in contact with the least amount of people in our daily life. So smaller sacrifices on our on our part can also kind of actually flatten the curve of the rising number of infections of COVID-19. Uh, these indeed are changed times, but then as the Greek philosopher Heraclitus had kind of said long back, change is the only constant in life, and as human beings, I think we are the best equipped mammal or animal on the planet to adapt to these changes of the new normal shape. After all, abiding by the laws of evolution and adaptation. So I would want to, kind of first introduce my hospital, which is Narayana Super Speciality Hospital in Howrah. It is the leading healthcare hub that addresses to the growing medical needs of the people of not only West Bengal, but also the neighboring states of Bihar, Jharkhand, the northeastern states, and as well as the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Bhutan. We are also, kind of seeing a lot of influx of patients from countries like seeing patients from different like underdeveloped countries, and we are basically helping these children or the adults coming in with various kinds of treatments, especially in oncology and cardiology. We are a 288 bed super specialty hospital offering super specialized tertiary care. Our hospital offers comprehensive cancer care and cardiac sciences facilities in addition to various tertiary care specialties. It brings the best treatment facilities with highly experienced and specialized doctors trained not only in India but also abroad. The hospital was built as per the FGI standards, which is the Facility Guidelines Institute of USA. Our major objective or aim is to provide optimal space and infection prevention that aids in better clinical support with rehab and ambulatory care facilities for the patients. Narayana Specialty has offers around 41 super specialty services that includes comprehensive cancer care as well as cardiology, cardiac surgery, neurology, neurosurgery, orthopedics, medical and surgical gastroenterology, obstetrics and gynecology, urology, and nephrology. The hospital also has centers where we offer physiotherapy, we offer nutrition help or nutrition guidance, we offer preventive health checkups as well as counseling. We also have around the clock emergency services, including multidisciplinary trauma care by consultants who are available on call 24/7. The hospital has now I would want to speak about cardiac care and cancer care because we are basically kind of aiming a lot of that is the specialities that we are kind of good at. Our hospital has the latest technology in cardiac infrastructure. We have cardiac cath lab, we have cardiac operation theaters, coronary care, and critical care units. Each bed that is there in the cardiac care units are monitored along with ventilation facilities, and we also have ITU along with essential non-invasive cardiac diagnostics. The infrastructure is defined by a team of highly committed. Oncology department actually is multidisciplinary in the sense it treats breast cancer, it treats head and neck, it treats blood cancer, it treats cardiac, kidney cancer, GI cancer, gynecological cancer, and pediatric cancer. Treatment is customized for patients that would aid in better treatment and recovery. Pain and palliative support is also there, which is provided to both adult and pediatric patients that are undergoing treatment. Now, we have this essential, like, project which is called as NH Bandhu, wherein we are, kind of helping basically get a lot of, assistance. Uh, the cancer treatment offered by expert cancer specialists are in the way are medical, like medical oncology, radiation oncology or radiotherapy, surgical oncology, uh, and especially the doctors and specialists who are trained in treating various kinds of organ specific cancers. Our oncology facility also include a Versa HT accelerator, one of the most advanced and the latest addition to cancer care in Eastern India. This is used to provide advanced radiation care for patients with better accuracy, reduced time, and increased safety, thus assuring one-stop solution for treating any type of cancer. Now, our multidisciplinary tumor boards, these are basically boards that are set up for individual patients in the sense when a patient comes to us, the cancer patient may not only, require surgery, but they also may require chemotherapy as well as radiation treatment. So we basically, kind of organize multi-tumor boards where doctors from various specializations come together, and especially those who are from medical oncology, radiation oncology, and surgical and gynae oncology, and radiologists. And then they decide on the protocols and how to, kind of treat the patient. We are, apart from the oncology specialist, we also have very skilled paramedical staff in the diagnostic section, as well as the other sections that we are, kind of working, and they are all working in tandem to ensure optimal amount of patient care. So what is it that I do for Narayana Super Speciality Hospital? I, as the CSR head of Narayana Super Speciality, my basic, like, if you say my basic responsibility is basically patient support. Patient support in the sense that we have our own a system by which we can ascertain a person who actually requires help in treatment, not only in cancer, but also in cardiology, in various kind of cardiac diseases and disorders. What happens is that we have set criteria for every patient who are coming to us. The doctors, when they initially meet the patients, they have a word with them, or they, kind of talk with them to understand whether they are financially sound, or they have some kind of financial constraint which might kind of create hurdles for the treatment. So what they do is they refer these cases to us. We then, kind of counsel the patients. We have our own due diligence process, in the sense we are following the Kuppuswamy social scale, where we are, kind of rating the patients, and then also, kind of doing various kinds of background checks, and, kind of then ascertaining the amount of help that they would want. Sometimes
we help patients with 70% of the treatment cost, sometimes with 100%. Sometimes it might be as less as, kind of 10% also, depending on your social like standing and your income capabilities. So how do we, kind of support these patients? We support these patients by various formats. The first support that we, kind of give is from our internal CSR. uh, the internal CSR we have, we know the amount of the budget that we have, and then we, kind of divide that in kind of according to the requirement of the patient. We are also working with various foundations, both cancer and cardiac, in cancer and cardiac research in India and around the globe, wherein we send them case on case, cases that are either cardiac or cancer, and then they support them. We are also working with a lot of corporates, in the sense we are associated with a lot of PSUs, we are a lot of MNCs, as well as corporate foundations like, Infosys Foundations and others, who are, kind of helping us in not only supporting these patients but also making them, kind of well, and giving them a new lease in life. We do have individual donors as well. Mostly it might be some patient relatives who were, kind of previously a patient in our own facility, and they have, they want to, kind of donate for cancer care or cardiac care. They come and, kind of approach us, and we uh, refer them cases that we have. We are also working with crowd funding platforms like Milap and Keto, and we are fundraising with them as well. We are also affiliated with various government sponsorships, especially CM Fund Relief and President's Fund Relief for cancer. So how, if I have, kind of majorly said, like, what kind of support we are giving, of course, since the deliberation is how we are coping in this COVID era, as they say, we have definitely, kind of got in new protocols and rules that have been established for this. We are screening all patients and relatives who are coming to the hospital with the patients. Our major specialty is cancer care. So we have to keep our units open and operational, especially medical oncology or the chemotherapy unit and the radiation oncology unit, because patients will be, kind of visiting these places on regular basis. So apart from that, the units like dialysis unit and hemato-oncology, where there are blood transfusions going on for a lot of patients, we have to keep them operational as well. Also, every pediatric, we get a lot of pediatric cases, not only in not only in cancer but also in cardiac therapies. So all pediatric patients are, kind of allowed inside the hospital or kept inside the hospital along with their caregivers, like it is mostly their mothers. So we are also, kind of monitoring the mother's temperature and everything. There is regular sanitization and infection control methods that are being used. And we are getting, kind of, when we are getting, kind of positive patients of COVID, we are basically informing that to the government, the government health department, as well as we are, kind of liaisoning with the government health department, so as to make, so as to assist them in tracking these patients who are being who are coming positive. So we are also making, kind of conscious efforts in the again, in this fight against COVID, in the sense that we have another hospital, Narayana Multi-Speciality Hospital, which is around 20 minutes from our facility. It has been converted into a dedicated COVID center, and we are basically fighting the pandemic from there. Our employees, especially since we are, in the front line, have been given very strict safety protocols that they have to, kind of follow. For example, we are all wearing masks, we are wearing caps all the times, we are wearing PPs or protective gowns. So especially for those who are, kind of coming in direct contact with the patients, patients and patient relatives. We are Also washing our hands with soap and sanitizing gloves, the gloves and the gloved hands with alcoholic sanitizers every time we are consciously touching the patient files or any other thing that we are touching from outside, so that we can kind of stop and prevent infections. We are also consciously, it has been kind of told to all of us, especially those who are kind of talking with patients or patient relatives, to look out for symptoms, not only in the person, like the patient visiting, but also in their relatives, so that we can stop additional infections in the facility. We have also demarcated kind of various regions in the hospital by colors, like we have red zones and green zones, in the sense that we are when like mostly OPDs and places where patients are coming in regular, like on regular basis, we have termed them as red zone. And so whenever employees are coming from the red zone into the green zone, or kind of going from the green zone or into the red zone, they are kind of changing their PPs and also the other protective gears. The most important thing I think that we should kind of remember in this pandemic is that if we are conscious about our own safety and take precautions, maintaining personal hygiene, then we not only keep our families and friends safe, but we are also preventing further infections in the society. There is a lot of myth about COVID-19, most of which are, kind of, we should be very conscious about accepting which, like, what information we are accepting, because many a times these information that are passed on into social media platforms might not be correct. They might be incorrect, or they might be fake, they might be rumors. So we have to be very conscious in, in accepting and kind of using information that is there around. We should also keep it upon ourselves to make people aware. Mostly people are not aware about the disease and what are the do's and don'ts. So the people who are like us, like us, who are working in the hospitals, who are working in the health departments, they must kind of help disseminating these informations into the common masses. Well, of course, we are all praying for the vaccines, but then we do not know when it is going to be developed and how soon it's going to be developed. So practically, all that we have to do at present is maintain social distancing and practice all the other social safety measures. I think I have more or less, kind of discussed about all the measures and practices, all the protocols that we are, kind of following in our hospital at present. I am really thankful that you have been a very patient audience, especially through all the technical glitches that happened a little while ahead. I thank my audience. I thank the organizers, ISRA India, and also to all the fellow speakers. And I also wish all success for all the future endeavors, and for organizing such discussion forum, because it is really important that people like us, especially in the social sector, to go out, reach out, outreach. That is what we kind of believe in, to reach out to people and make them understand what is going on, not to be afraid. It is just a new phase that we are in, and just kind of working in our own ways to make this pandemic not that dreadful. Thank you so much. Thank you.